It's that time of the year. A review on whether or not LinkedIn Learning is still worth your money, brains, and time in 2022. In today's video, I want to talk specifically about what I think is LinkedIn Learning's best feature, the learning path, and whether or not this learning path is right for you. My name is Jason, and welcome to Better Today, a channel where young leaders like you come for work-life motivation and inspiration. If you're new to the channel, hit thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe if you love it. It helps the channel grow and it helps young professionals just like you get more of this work-life content. Today's question of the day is, have you committed the time and energy to complete a learning path on LinkedIn Learning? Get over there in the comments and let me know. All right, before we begin, I want to apologize for my more than 1 month off YouTube. If you saw my last video, you'd know that we experienced one of the strongest typhoons to hit the country last year. 2 weeks later, unfortunately, we caught the virus. So we kind of had to recover, and personally, I had to take some time to let my voice recover as well. All right, with that out of the way, let's begin. LinkedIn Learning, in case you're not familiar with it yet, has a huge library of online learning resources. LinkedIn Learning has thousands of courses, ranging from quick, almost YouTube-like videos lasting just a few minutes to fully fleshed out and more substantial programs that will take you hours to complete. Some courses have quizzes and learning checkpoints in between, in case you want to check for yourself whether or not you're remembering the lessons in the video. At the end of each course on LinkedIn, you also get a certificate. Some courses have a more serious certificate with certain credits or points you might be able to use for other programs, but to get these, you will usually have to take a quiz. LinkedIn Learning's biggest weakness, in my opinion, is that a lot of the courses are no better than your run-of-the-mill YouTube videos that's trying to teach you or impart some knowledge to you. And if I may say so, sometimes YouTube videos, hopefully like the ones you find in my channel, are almost as informative and as helpful as those on LinkedIn Learning. Sorry, LinkedIn. However, before you completely give up on LinkedIn Learning, there is one feature that I believe is worth spending your money, brains, and time on, and that is the LinkedIn Learning Path. Learning Paths are essentially curated playlists of shorter courses. They're compiled so that they make up a full program of sorts, and they last anywhere from several hours to several days. To be able to make this video, I finished a learning path last year, Become a Digital Advertising Specialist, and I'm finishing up another titled Become a Content Strategist. As you can see, each learning path takes significantly longer to finish than your average LinkedIn Learning video or your average LinkedIn Learning course. So why are learning paths worth taking? I want to share with you 3 reasons why. First and foremost, the content has real substance. Since learning paths combine materials from multiple LinkedIn Learning courses, you are getting so much more content as a whole, and the individual content more or less relate very closely with each other. You are getting a fuller picture of the subject matter and not just tidbits of information in the short videos. Secondly, I think that it can help you build a positive learning habit. Unlike standalone LinkedIn Learning courses, which honestly you can finish while making lunch, the multi-course and multi-hour learning paths will not be possible for you to finish in a single sitting. This means you might want to schedule a regular study time throughout a week, or several weeks in my case, in order to properly complete a learning path. What this regular study time did for me was it helped build a habit of setting aside some time throughout the week to finish a short course or two on my learning path. It's a habit that have stuck with me for over a year, so I can say it's been working. You can set aside time as brief as 30 minutes a week or 2 hours a week, which is what I do. Third and lastly, I also believe that the certificates you're getting from learning paths is worth a bit more than your LinkedIn Learning certificates, the ones for the shorter courses. I get a lot of questions from you guys on the certificates from LinkedIn Learning, and a lot of these questions are centered around what are the values or what are the perks and benefits that these certificates have for you and your career. My opinion on that is still the same over the last couple of years of my LinkedIn learning experience. For very short, no quiz courses, the certificates are probably not worth as much. And these certificates shouldn't actually replace competency-based certificates that you're getting somewhere else, like school. However, a much longer program with curated courses that are actually tested at the end of each course, now that's a different story. I think that it adds just that little bit of meaning and accomplishment when you finish a learning path and get a certificate out of it, even if it's just for a sense of personal accomplishment, which is how I choose to see them for the most part. I want to reiterate that LinkedIn learning certificates, whether they're from short courses or from learning paths, they are not substitutes to competency-based certifications or college degrees. At best, when you include LinkedIn learning certifications on your CV, your resume, or on your LinkedIn profile, I think what it does is that it shows potential employers that you're always trying to improve yourself or trying to upskill and reskill yourself. If this video helped you and you learned something, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you love it. To recap today's question of the day, have you committed the time and energy for a LinkedIn learning path? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jason, and may your learning be better today.